Welcome back to Allergic to Stupidity, and it's Political Sundays. If you hear kaboom kaboom in the background, my neighbor's putting off fireworks because it is the 18th. I am going to ironically laugh because he's an American, which he's a lovely man. Just the thing is, but it's like, I wonder if he really realizes he's celebrating Queen Victoria's birthday since the Americans broke away from the U.S. or UK. Anyways, cheers. Happy May 24th weekend, May 24th weekend. Hope everybody's having a really good time. It is Political Sunday, and I only have a couple of points. First one is three things for regarding Canada, two things regarding Canada, and two coming out of the States. And the first one is on a not happy note, is that former President Joe Biden has been diagnosed with an aggressive form of prostate cancer. This is a man who served his country in the military and then spent 50 years as a politician in various levels. From, I think he was a congressman, I know he was a senator, vice president, and then president. And he has given his whole life, has suffered the loss of his first wife and one of his daughter, and one of his, I believe one of his children was died, and now he's fighting for his physical life with prostate cancer. And so my heart and my prayers go out to the family. And it makes sense, if anybody's been watching him in the last year, how I didn't see him as mentally losing it, but he wasn't 100% there, and I always thought he's physically sick. There's just something about the way he walked, the way he held himself. And he's always been one who took his time to think things out. He and Barack Obama didn't just spew it. They always thought carefully about how they were going to say something. Something I like about Mark Carney, something I liked about Justin Trudeau. He was known for putting his foot in his mouth, but Justin was known for pausing first before he opened his mouth. So my heart and thoughts go out to the Biden family in the States. And on that note, of course, it's all over the news, and it's the comments of F. Joe Biden, good riddance, we're better off without him. It's like, the man gave 50 years of his life to serve your government. The man put his life on the line in the military. Please have some common decency. So, in Canada, no, I'm not a great lover of Pierre Poilievre. I don't like how he approaches. I don't like how he talks to people. I always try very hard just to judge people on their actions and their policies, and not on their personality. But if he were to be diagnosed with that kind of a disease, I would not be common decency. To quote Michelle Obama, take the high road, guys. Take the high road. Just extend the sympathy. And I've got enough cancer in my family that, yes, the simplest solution, the simplest thing to say is, I'm so sorry. Because you can't say anything else. You can't make it better. So on the other side is, first one is, we had 3 cheers. The provinces are actually getting together in Canada and coming with ways to get rid of the trade barriers that are between the provinces. Thank God. Just about time. So, as I mentioned before, Ontario, New Brunswick, and Nova Scotia have come together and signed a trade deal. Manitoba and Ontario have come across and signed a deal. So now there is free trade between Manitoba and Ontario, New Brunswick, and Nova Scotia. And there has been on the books for several years a mini trade agreement between British Columbia, Alberta, Saskatchewan, and I believe Manitoba is included on that one. So 3 cheers, guys. Let's finish getting these barriers down. Come on, Newfoundland. Come on, PEI. Come on, Quebec and the territories. Let's get it together. One of the things Manitoba has done, which is, I smiled, there was an energy agreement contract between Manitoba and some of the northern states, and it comes due this year. And the Premier of Manitoba, with a very large smile on his face, went, "We're not renewing it. There's other provinces here that can use our power. This would be great." And he also says, "And I've got some northern friends that could use my power, so we're just going to send some of that power up there." So, like, people, the provinces are looking outside of the structure that was there before and expanding their look and going, "You're not playing ball nicely." Sounds my playground. Sorry, my analogies. The playground. You're not playing ball nicely. We're going to take our ball and go play with some people who want to play with us nicely. Simple as that. So things are happening. This is really good. I'm really, really pleased on that. So that's my second thing. My third thing is, it is the opposition leader's house in Ottawa is for the opposition leader. And technically on paper, he has to be a sitting MP. He can still be the leader of the party, but to have that house and the servants and all the rest of it that goes with it, he has to be a sitting member. That's black and white. There's people getting pissy mad about this and saying, well, he needs to move out because he's not a sitting member, so he can't be there anymore. Shut it. And the reason I'm going to tell you to shut it, and I'm on Pierre Poilievre's side on this one, though he hasn't said anything, because why would he? That would just be petty, is he did lose his seat. Just know, we all know that. But there's an MP in Alberta, in a very, very strong conservative riding, who's given up his seat, and Pierre Poilievre is right now having a by-election right there to gain that seat. So why are you going to ask a man and his family to move out of a house for 2 months, 3 months, until after the election, just so he can move back in? Let's be reasonable, people. So to me, that was just petty. Shove it. If he had stepped down and going, okay, I've lost my seat, my party's lost, you need a new person out front, then I can say yes. I would back those people saying, then get your butt out because you don't belong in. But the Conservative Party doesn't want him to step down. That's come through clear. And he's about to get elected in this riding out west. So, like, why are you asking this man to move? That was just so petty. I just wanted to, guys, better than that. Like, yeah. So that was it. And then the other one is Donald Trump allowing 47 white people from South Africa because they feel they are being persecuted and racially discriminated against because they're white. Well, guess what? Now you know what it feels like. South Africa is not a safe place. And yes, have white ranchers' farms been burnt? Have they been killed? Yes. That is not even a question. Is there preferential treatment sort of to get more black people into ownership of land and in bigger businesses? Yes, unfortunately. So yes, they are being discriminated against, but is that enough to leave your country? Your family's been there for like 300 years. Like, it's just sort of that reverse discrimination, and all of a sudden people are getting their shackles up and they're upset and mad about it. And if I was the one being persecuted against, I would get it. I'd understand why they want to leave. But the irony is Donald Trump is evicting and exporting immigrants who have come to the U.S. for a better life because he doesn't want them disturbing the American culture, and yet now he's going to okay 47 or 57 white refugees from South Africa. Surprise, surprise, his cohort, Elon Musk, is from South Africa and has screamed for years about how, quote, useless the blacks are down there. There's derogatory comments. We have names for the blacks and names for those people from India in South Africa, and he has no problems using those words. Can't use the N word, of course, because we can't. That is derogatory, 100%. But it's like, there you go. Political Sundays. Nice quick one, 10 minutes. So, thoughts and prayers to Joe Biden and his family as he fights this prostate cancer. The article I read was the hormone treatment that can fight this is doing very well. And while I may not 100% beat it, the treatment is really good at keeping it in check. So that's step one. Step two is Pierre Poilievre, stay in the opposition leader's house. Like, why am I going to make you move? That to me is just petty and stupid and dumb. Number three, yes, our premiers are getting together and slowly getting rid of these barriers between the provinces. And Carney's not really having to do anything except for going, yes, I agree. Like, come on, guys, let's do it. He's just being that leader, telling them to get their butts in gear and get this done. And that is fantastic. And number four, Donald Trump's being Donald Trump. Anyways, hope everybody has a good day, has had a good day, and is enjoying the weather. Take care, guys. We'll see you next time.